Have you ever had a meal out that was so bad, it actually turned out to be kind of hilarious? Well, get ready for a story about a guy who might just be the world's worst waiter. Let's see what happens.
I mean, just imagine it. You're super hungry, you've been looking forward to a nice meal all day, and then it all starts to fall apart. Your drink spills, you get the wrong food, you know the feeling. Well, the waiter in our story is about to have a day exactly like that. So our story begins in this cozy little restaurant. We've got Laura and her husband, Dan. They're out for a nice dinner, and they are really, really hungry. They have no idea what they're in for.
And here he is, their waiter, Tom. He seems nice enough, right? He comes over, all smiles, and takes their drink order. Laura and Dan start looking at the menu. So far, so good. But don't get too comfortable.
And just like that, bam, the apple juice pretty much explodes all over the table. It's a huge, sticky mess. Tom is so embarrassed, he rushes to get new glasses. But believe me, this is just the beginning. You thought the apple juice was bad? Oh, just you wait. Tom is really just getting warmed up. Let's see what mess he gets into next.
Okay, so Laura and Dan are finally ready to order their food. Dan's got his heart set on a big steak and some fluffy pancakes for dessert. But Tom comes back with bad news. No more pancakes. And then, to make it even worse, as he turns to leave, he trips over a chair. He almost does a full somersault. It's getting pretty ridiculous.
All right, next up is the soup. Laura asked for tomato soup, and Dan wanted onion soup. That's simple, right? Apparently not for Tom. He brings the tomato soup to Dan and the onion soup to Laura. He got them completely mixed up.
If you think things can't possibly get any worse, you are in for a big surprise. The main course is on its way, and it is going to be a complete and total disaster. Get ready for this.
So here comes the main meal. Beef for Dan, lamb for Laura. Tom is being super careful, placing the plates down on the table. For a second, it looks like everything might actually be okay. But then something goes very, very wrong.
And splat! A hot potato just rolls right off Laura's plate and lands in her lap. Oh no. She jumps up and Tom's face turns bright red. He's saying sorry over and over and over again, but wow, this is officially the worst dinner date ever. Now, you're probably thinking, Tom is about to get fired, right? Well, get ready for a twist you will not see coming. This horrible, disastrous dinner is somehow about to change Tom's entire life.
Tom just looks so defeated. He finally admits it. He says, "I know, I'm not a very good waiter." Then he tells them his secret. What he really wants to do is be an actor. This waiter job is just, well, it's just a job.
And then the most incredible thing happens. Laura isn't angry at all. She's actually laughing. She tells Tom that she makes movies for a living, and his clumsy, chaotic performance has actually given her an amazing idea. She thinks he would be perfect for her new film. Can you even believe it?
So it turns out that being the world's worst waiter was the absolute best thing that could have happened to Tom. Laura gives him her card and tells him to call her office. He went from clumsy waiter to movie star in one night. What a story.
Wow, that was quite a story, wasn't it? And you know, we heard a few new English words along the way, so let's take a quick look at them so you can start using them too. First up, the word recipe. A recipe is basically the instructions that tell you how to cook something. The chef in the restaurant's kitchen, he probably used a recipe to make the soups, even if Tom did mix them up. We definitely know who the waiter is in our story. A waiter, like Tom, is the man who takes your order and brings you food. If it's a woman doing the same job, she's called a waitress. Let's talk about the menu. A menu is that list of all the food and drinks you can order. It's the very first thing Laura and Dan looked at before all the chaos started. And here's Tom's dream job, an actor. An actor is someone who performs in movies or in plays. And it looks like Tom's dream is about to come true, all thanks to that clumsy mistake with the potato. A woman who does this is called an actress. Now, for the word download. To download something means you take it from the internet, like a game or a movie, and save it on your own computer or phone. Hey, maybe one day we'll all be able to download a movie starring Tom. The next word is to entertain. This just means to do something fun for people to make them happy. You could say, Tom definitely entertained Laura and Dan, just maybe not in the way a waiter is supposed to.
How about fridge? A fridge is that big, cold box in the kitchen that keeps our food and drinks fresh. The restaurant probably kept the apple juice in the fridge right before it exploded everywhere.
Let's look at the phrase, to complain. To complain means to tell someone that you're not happy about something. What's amazing is that Laura and Dan never complained about the terrible service, and it's a very good thing for Tom that they didn't. Here's a useful one. Delivery. Delivery is when you order food and someone brings it right to your house. You know, after that crazy dinner, Lara and Dan might just decide to order delivery next time. And our last word is refund. A refund is when you get your money back because something you paid for was broken or just not right. If you complain about bad service, you might ask for a refund. But luckily for Tom, Lara gave him a job offer instead. And that's our story of the worst waiter. It really goes to show you that sometimes, even when things feel like a total disaster, something amazing might be just around the corner. So what do you think? Is Tom going to be a much better actor than he was a waiter? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for listening.